At MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. On first down, Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the first down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. On the screen, this is Eckler. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there, but I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it, and offense trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Daniels. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now he'll try to run with this. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And New York set to take the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Singletary to get the drive started, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. On the counter, this is Singletary. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football. But when you've got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go right back to Singletary. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Brian Burns. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground. He's up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot in the first down. They chose the, but they'll have to punt all the same.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Third and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On to punt, Jamie Gillen. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Washington offense heading out. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eye ride. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now Jones. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. Now 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they, to the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Jones. They'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. They come on punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Daniels. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, You put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
To throw on third down, Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin from 17 yards out. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now it's Crowder. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Daniels. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Now 2nd and 9. A give up the middle to Singletary. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Jamie Gillen now on to punt. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Hey, what we got?
They started on the ground with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Daniels able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st down, Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Now 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Daniels. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to have a 1st down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. On 1st and 10, Daniels. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Jones now throwing to start the drive. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on 1st down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Daniels. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Jones throw taken in by Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second down and 3. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action. Jones. He finds his man. It's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. I guess give him credit for at least getting back to the line of scrimmage, Charles, because he could have easily lost a couple there.
He showed a lot of fight and grit on that run, and it's the type of play that coaches aren't going to wait for film session to praise. They're going to go to every position and say, that's a...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. So that, Charles, their first score of the ballgame, obviously, coming here in the 3rd quarter. Is that going to be enough to energize the troops?
It's a great question, and we'll wait to see the answer, but it's finally something for them to build on. Now they know that they can actually score against that defense.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying,
no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. First possession of the second half now for Washington. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Daniels. And that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Singletary trying the left side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 75 yards rushing now for Singletary, and he's got a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And some coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Jones throwing on first down. And his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now Jones on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding, because that one was well over everyone's head.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen, but this one got disrupted right from the start, and ends up falling incomplete.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's 1st down up near the 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Jones now on 1st and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 94 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got Slayton on the slam. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Gano now to add the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Let's go, man.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. There he goes, right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this.
And pressure coming, and they get Brian Burns. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Jones. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's Eckler again. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
75 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
I don't care what anyone says. I want a big-time back gaining this kind of yardage each and every time I step on the field. A tone setter, those guys are hard to find.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Quick slant, Dotson.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels going right back to Dotson. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A give. Eckler running to the right.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
We've called a lot of... We don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 3rd and 2, Daniels.
That is caught. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Throwing on first down. Daniels.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw again. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the game. Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now Jones and the Giants down 20-17, 50 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. Gets this to Waller. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, you're still at least 30 yards from realistic field goal range. You want to get the ball to the 38, but preferably the 35 or less to give your guy his best shot at putting it through the posts.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Jones. To the sideline and incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Jones. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles, and that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think hope was wearing one jersey and worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.